Joy tactics.
Oh,
Oh, the little turntable.
Is that a Christmas gift?
Was
that
that
you
a
got,
stocking
Jack?
stuffer, Jack?
My aunt hooked my ass up with the shit.
That's a good ass fucking gift, man.
Makes
You
me
know,
happy.
and check out, I already showed you guys, but the listeners, if you're watching, I got a metal puzzle for a stocking stuffer. Remember these?
That's awesome. That looks fun.
These are in the households of kids who read too much growing up. You know what I'm saying? This is some shit that someone that reads a lot plays with.
Is
it's
that
a metal
thing...
puzzle that you tried to undo, and I did it, but now I can't do it again.
I love this sector of the economy is like these little tiny knickknacks, you know, like things that like, really shouldn't exist.
Like,
you know?
what is this?
Like that little DJ thing that doesn't really benefit the
That's
world.
gum.
Or
That's
scented.
gum.
Now, and this is another one called
scented
putty.
Okay.
Scented putty.
Nate, I like the way you framed that as sectors of the economy. Why the fuck?
Right.
How did you do that?
I'm just studying economics. I'm
studying sexynomics.
Oh,
No, I'm not. I studied that enough. Now I'm ready to go to work.
Well, so we're back from Christmas.
Yeah.
Hopefully you had an amazing week. But chances are, if you're listening to this, your week has been fucking brutal. It has been hell on earth. You have been around the most twisted individuals in your immediate family and your extended family, and you're finally just having the chance where you can just sit back and just take a breath. It's over. It's done. Now you can just wait it out until the new year and get all fucking drunk as fuck that day, and then start off fresh 2024. No liquor, just working out, testosterone shots through to the fucking dome. It's fucking happening.
And estrogen shots as well.
And this is why tonight it's the Midnight Files. This is called the Nightcap episode. It's a nightcap for the end of the year. Actually, I think one more episode will come out before the end of the year. But this is a nightcap. I watched May December tonight. I had a couple glasses of wine. I'll be honest. Okay? I did.
Be honest.
Did y'all watch May December?
Why would you lie about that?
Of course.
Of course I watched it. I fell asleep, though.
Of course.
Not because the movie was boring, because I love sleeping so much and my dreams are wicked. Oh, I have an announcement.
What?
Nobody knows this. I made a Twitter account. What if I said I made a Twitter account where I'm journaling all my dreams and I'm not ever going to tell anybody what it is called?
I bet you I could find it in like two.
It takes 2
minutes.
two seconds.
I do reckon that you could find it in about 2 seconds.
It's called Herman Dreaming.
Herman Plane Crash Dreams.
I could find it. If you gave me 4 tries, I'd find it.
Probably. You could probably guess the password too.
I'll dox your ass.
I know Jack's password.
Oh, don't even tease it, man.
Well, there's no way that password can work on the modern websites.
It does. What do you mean?
The one character password?
Oh, wait. That password.
Jack.
That's just for my... What?
You're just you're too trusting of the world. Like, yeah, I remember I like asked you like, hey, what's your password to get into this? And you like said like, the letter
don't tell them which one.
Like that's not it.
Hey man, don't say which one it is. I'll tell you, it is a lot of some of my passwords, not the ones online because a lot of them don't let you do that. But any devices, the password, and this is for the patrons only, right?
Isn't that psycho?
It's kind of sick. There's something about it makes you feel like a Jason Bourne when you log into your desktop. Just press R.
Okay, what do you guys think about?
Do you think that makes it more like difficult to hack because it's like way too simple? They're like, oh, they would never like have a password that fucking
outsmarted.
Simple.
That's called social engineering almost. You know what I'm saying?
Right, almost.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, I know we've been talking about my bad webcam quality right now, but with this light on, it washes me out so heavily, and I'm thinking about the horrible imperialists, the colonialists, the evil men that would invade the tribes, the Native Americans and indigenous peoples. Imagine a white person this white walking up to you. You know You know what I'm saying? You never seen someone white before, and they're this white, like paper, but you've never seen regular.
And they would powder their
paper.
face too, right? Like
Right, so
those
they're
kind of things.
extra white.
They're whiter
They're extra
than
creamy.
white.
They would extra creamy.
Yeah, they're double
creamy
espresso.
whites.
I would
They're
smack
foam
my ass so hard from the
cappuccino.
back.
I would smack my
If-
face from the back if it was my ass.
Damn.
Talking like 13
Damn, so here come the Midnight Files, the
Here they
Nightcap
come.
Files.
Yep.
Off to the
What's
races
everybody-
already, as you could tell.
Roll call. What are you drinking?
I'm
My
drinking.
name is Eric. Yeah.
My name's Eric, and I'm drinking what they call a Michter's. Michter's? It's got to be Michter's. A Kentucky
Did
straight
you buy
bourbon.
that like especially, or was it just in the crib?
That was in the crib. I was using it to make cocktails before the holidays, and now it's just I'm drinking it straight.
You have a
Nothing
problem,
wrong with
man. You have a drinking problem, and
You basically right now look like a sexy ass Paul Giamatti.
that. You know,
oh,
someone posted something like that recently, and I want it almost hurt my feelings, and then it didn't, because
he's
then I
successful.
remembered what a goat Mr. Giamatti is,
Italian.
an Italian goat.
Nate's Italian.
Yeah.
Nate Barone, Italian, 6'1", Miller Lite.
What's the
beer.
expiration date on that?
I honestly, I bet you this has expired years ago because it's in my mother's fridge,
Yeah.
and
Your
she
mom
doesn't really
likes it.
drink alcohol. And I'm trying to look for that. Oh, can I say this?
Yeah.
You know what I've been having a couple of this week?
What?
Guinness beers.
They're so good. It's the
And
best.
You know what? You know what I found out is that a Guinness has the same amount of calories as a Bud Light. Did you know that?
Oh
You
yeah,
think it'd
I
be
knew
heavier
that.
'cause it's
Yeah.
dark.
People think it's. I literally my whole life I thought, oh, this is a. Why would I ever get a Guinness over a light beer?
No,
it's
no,
just
it is a
gonna
light beer.
fill
I thought
me
that
up.
too.
It is a fucking
It's
light beer.
taking
Why are we
over
being
New
lied
York.
to by the
fucking light.
Pilsner Industrial Complex?
It's taking over New York. Do you know this, Nate? Guinness is taking over the New York downtown scenes. All
From
these
the
downtown people I won't name.
What are you
them.
talking about?
These people who are tastemakers or adjacent to tastemakers. You go to the bar, you wonder what the hell are they drinking? Well, it's Guinness.
Are you serious?
I'm
is it
serious.
like blowing up?
It's blowing the hell up.
That's so weird. I just had it like randomly at a bar, like, and my friend was like, "That has the same amount of calories," and I was shocked.
How
And
many
it's
did you
delicious.
count?
I hadn't had a Guinness. I hadn't had a Guinness in probably 15 years.
Jesus, man, that's too long. Don't
What
ever
were you
let
doing
that happen
15 years
again, you
ago?
motherfucker.
Guess what? I used to work at a fucking Irish pub, and I was
This is
slanging
news
them
to
back.
me.
And they poured it right too. They had the fucking, they would make little
Yeah.
clovers with the foam. There's a way to like pour it,
Were you having
course I know
love
that.
triangles with their barbacks and the servers?
Uh-huh.
Were you breaking hearts at the Irish pub?
You wouldn't believe the type of nasty shit that was going down in that restaurant.
Actually,
outside
I
of
would.
that
I
restaurant.
worked at a deli.
Holy shit.
The
You
service
guys-
industry. What is so horny about the service industry?
I mean,
Everybody I
food-
worked with was marrying into the country, I feel like. I was like, oh,
Really?
are you seeing anybody right now? And they'd be like, oh, yeah, my husband. I live with him. He's 51.
Snap.
And
Why
Jack,
is
what are you
that?
drinking, man? Did you do your
You know
bill?
I'm drinking Talisker.
Talisker out the fucking
Single malt Scotch whiskey.
So how smoky is that, Jack?
This is smoky, and it's peaty as well.
Peaty.
It's smokier than a biscuit. Smokier than hell. Smokier than. It smells like I'm in hell right now. I'm smoking so much. It smells like I must be chilling with Seth Rogen right now. I'm so smoked out,
Smoked
loped out,
out.
toked out.
Question for you guys. I know you guys don't drink that much alone. Your loss. But if
And you're putting out a whole series, a YouTube series, The Art of Drinking Alone, and how to
called
like,
Your
how to
Loss.
like manage it and not like get cirrhosis, yeah. Okay, but what are the occasions where you will drink? What is a night where you say, tonight I'm going to pour myself a glass of this or crack into a bottle of this and do this? What is the situation that calls for a drink?
My God.
Well,
You know what? If I have like a night where like which doesn't happen that often, where my girlfriend's like out of town and I'll just like it's just me, you know what
You
I'm
get
saying, in
faded?
my apartment. Like maybe I'll have like a drink or something. But it's been a really long time since I've been like fucking fucked up alone. You know what I'm saying?
That
and I
is
kind of
not
miss
a
that.
good feeling.
What does that feel like, Eric?
What does it feel like? Well, for about 2 hours, it feels like heaven.
And then what, man?
And then it's a shower until the water turns cold, and you
And
get
then-
into bed all fucking cold, like hitting your thighs as hard as you can, wishing you hadn't drank that night.
FaceTime and all the exes.
No, I really have never experienced that, and frankly, I've never been like. Maybe in COVID when we were playing Fortnite, us three, I think I did sometimes get wasted alone.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
I
we
feel
got
like I
like
was,
twisted.
Nuts.
that was when like I feel like I'd like not discovered, but I feel like White Claws were kind of like popping off in 2020.
Oh, you were off the seltzers.
And I was like, damn,
clear
dude,
liquid.
these-
Are those
Drinking
just so
White Claw.
over, kind of, huh?
Yeah.
Or maybe not in different parts of the country, but at the book.
I think it's just
events I go
slided
to, yeah,
into the
no one's
mix.
drinking.
It's slided into the mix. It's like, you know, you
Like
can have
natural
a beer,
wine.
you can have a seltzer, you can have. It's not like it's not on a pedestal, you know.
Yeah.
I'll tell you when's a good time to drink alone.
When?
When you would like to listen to music. When you really want to cut the bullshit and
Wow.
put everything aside and really fucking listen to music. Not put music on, but listen to it like it's in the room with you talking to you. Have a drink
Yeah.
to go with that. Oh, damn it. Music is
That
so
sounds
good.
nice.
It does hit.
I
You
remember-
hear different instruments. Oh, there's a clarinet
Yeah.
on
You hear,
this.
you see the story and you
Mm-hmm.
enjoy it more.
I feel like I've never. You're right, Jack, because I feel like I've never quite enjoyed music as much as I did when I was
Faded.
like coming home from a bar, fucked up out of my mind.
Yeah.
Had a fucking 2 blunts deep, just sitting at my fucking computer, just like with some headphones on, and just playing my favorite song.
And you know what? It's probably the same if you're listening to this podcast. Or if we're talking to each other, listen to each other, man.
Do you think anybody's ever been like alcohol poisoning level blackout drunk
Oh,
listening to Joy
God.
Tactics?
Driving, yes.
Driving, piloting something.
That makes me so happy that somebody could be that fucked up listening to this, like not even paying attention, like have no memory of what
Yeah.
they're listening to. That just makes me like that warms my heart.
Yeah.
Shout out if you're on the L right now in Chicago and it's fucking negative 10 degrees and you just hopped on the train and you're faded than a hoe.
Shout
Shout
out
out
to
to
you.
that to you.
We know there's a reason why you let yourself get this effed up, and it's not because things are going great. And if it
It's
is the
not
one
your
night a
fault.
year and you're celebrating an anniversary or a new promotion, congrats to you. But this podcast isn't for people like you. This podcast is for people who go through the dirt every single day and need a little substance to get through it. Okay?
Don't
So
hog the
those are the
radio
people that I'm
waves.
talking to. And to those people, I'm with you. I understand it.
Yo, can I get some advice from you guys actually?
Yeah, but really quick on the
Yeah,
drinking
yeah,
thing,
yeah,
I just want to say this so quick in one sentence. There's nothing like being fucked up and using not a laptop. It's different, but using a desktop computer when you're fucked up. Using,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying? Sitting
Hey,
at the
Eric, that's
family
a rare
computer,
truth.
all fucking wasted on
That is a rare truth.
addictinggames.com.
Oh. On Bubble Spinner. Spinning a bubble. That's a great
I have a
comment,
desktop
Eric.
computer right next to me right now, next to
Wow.
mine.
Bring
laptop.
desktop computers
It
back.
feels like you're like when you go to school before school for a field trip and it's 4 a.m. You're thinking, oh, something's different.
Yep.
It's silly.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, I interrupted you, Jack. You have something
No,
to
that was
say.
great. So I want some advice, man, because I didn't really get into it last time because I was afraid. But I've clearly had a dramatic change to my person. My hair is cut. I used to have long hair and a mustache. And I feel like I had kind of locked into this guy. I was fishing all summer and I was smelling bad and this and that and dressing all baggy and hanging out with 19-year-olds, going to the skate park and
Yep.
whatever, playing drums. And now I'm like, I'm shaven, my hair's short, and I feel like I need to get my fucking act together because I look like this.
You are so
Jack,
castable right now. You are so malleable.
Oh,
Stop.
Eric, that was what I was gonna say.
No, were you
Stop.
really?
I was like, dude, I'm gonna say something that's gonna totally fucking change up everything
was
that
it?
you're thinking about this
What?
shit. And it was that you are more castable than ever.
Why?
right now.
Why?
That's
Because
right.
but wasn't I a character actor not 2 days ago? Now what the fuck am I? A leading
Well,
man?
what role
I'm not
did
going to
you-
be able to
what-
compete with these fucking people like Bradley Cooper going to the fucking acting patriarch. whatever
You had
the
about
fuck
2 decades you could play with that last look. You could do the 1880s as a dandy. You know what I'm saying?
But you were tight. This is the thing.
And
you were
this 1970s.
You were all your hair and your mustache and everything. That was like, okay, I can only be slacker. I can only be stoner. I can only be country guy or something like that.
Yeah.
Now you have opened it up. You can be father. All right. You can be the
Yeah.
uncle. You can be the best friend. You could be a high school student now.
You
honestly,
could be the
Jack.
child that went to a coma at 15 and woke up at 32 and needs to finish high school. And that is, you know what I'm saying?
I do
And
know
you
what
would
you're saying.
still fit that part.
So, okay, this is great for work, man. This is great for work. But
Which is all we care about, right? What else is there?
We are
what
so
else is-
work-minded that it...
what else is there to care about, Jack?
Yeah.
I'm
what
sorry.
else do you
nothing,
give a-
Nothing.
you-
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have brought it up. I'm sorry. You're right.
Nate and I are up a
I'm
creek
excited to
without a
get back.
paddle with our fucking facial hair and looks. Are you kidding
Well,
me? We better
what?
be in our own vehicles. Or
What the
we're
fuck are you
working at the
talking
fucking...
about? No.
You know what I'm saying? Fish stick.
Well,
or
can I
something.
ask you guys for some advice?
Come on, you
Say
guys
it
rock
now.
out
Ask
loud.
it now.
What?
So previously,
Lost.
years ago, I had long hair. Okay.
Yeah. That's
Should I
when you
bring
were
that-
going through the depression.
I think. Well, hold on, Eric. That is true. That is true.
Why-
Maybe they
what's so
were
funny about
related.
that?
It's not
I don't
funny.
know.
It sucks.
But I think maybe I might just grow some shit back. Get some fluff going on.
You need to grow it and dye it.
Puff that shit. Oh, you gotta go full.
We
censor
just
this.
lost Brett Gelman culturally.
Yeah.
So there's someone else that needs to rock.
Oh,
the line.
exactly, dude.
Oh, he's the
Exactly.
motherfucking Jonah Hill. He's like the next generation Jonah Hill, like the Charmeleon Charizard version of Jonah Hill,
Yeah.
looks wise.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Nate.
Easy done.
Congratulations. The Midnight Files. What's these called?
Well, this is the Nightcap. This is kind of what you listen
Oh.
to. I know a lot of you guys get up when you run your Ironman trial, practice runs and swims and bike rides listening to this. Tonight is a little different. This is what you listen to after you've made love to
Done
your
that.
partner, after you've
Oh.
had dessert, after that this is that last drink before you go to sleep.
Yeah.
So that's why we are acting a little saucy tonight. You can tell our words are a little bit slurred tonight.
Zlurd.
So wait,
Okay,
the
I
ideal way to
understand.
listen to this is you just pleasured your partner
Or yourself.
or yourself. Okay.
Or you're asexual. Or you're
Or
typical.
you're asexual, which I think is becoming more and more common, especially among the younger generations. All good. Japan's population is declining so fast because of this kind of widespread asexuality, or I think it's just in the men.
And they live
So
on an
something
island
is
too.
going on.
I
We need
warn
to figure
people
it
who
out.
live. I warn people who live on islands to watch their back when it comes to population.
If you live on an island, good fucking
UK.
luck.
Ireland, Iceland, Greenland. I'm
Mm-hmm.
tempted to say Norway. I
Yo.
won't. I won't.
But you know who does got it kind of cool are the Hawaiian Islands.
Oh, well, they know
Oh.
about population. They have one.
Oh, this is an
Do one.
incredible topic that I feel like
Hawaii?
we could dip into. Hawaii,
it?
but specifically Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, what about him? What about him,
You guys,
man?
you guys know what I'm about to say, right? You know what he's planning.
The
right?
Kauai bunker?
What are you planning?
Yeah, I know
What
about
is he
the
planning?
Ka-
Rather?
You're talking about the bunker that he's building on Kauai.
Yep, exactly. He's
off
building
Hawaii, man.
a 30-person bunker underneath his house. What do you think that means? He's one of the top
Hey.
elites in this world, and
Mm-hmm.
he must know something, right? That we don't. Why,
I can
or
tell
else
you
why
what it
would he
means.
be?
You know
Why
what?
would
They
we
play
making
such
a bunker?
mind games with us. I'll just tell you that right now.
Oh, they're trying to sell us a product.
That's what I'm saying. Is they know that, and why would you, if you were that rich, why would you advertise that you're building a bunker on a specific island? He wants to distract all of us sheep to look at Kauai while he's in Arizona getting it on in the
You know what Mark
foothills.
Zuckerberg is?
What?
He's a fucking German Shepherd or whatever, those shepherd lassies, whatever goes out and chases sheep. And chases them down like bubbles, and that's what he's doing is he's corralling us into a corner. Because I look at my TikTok feed lately, and it's all prepper stuff. Everybody's trying to tell me, what do you think the right plan is when the fucking grid goes down and you want to get out of your city? Well, guess what? The best route is the worst route because everybody's trying to go that way. You have to find a new way out of the city. You need to buy guns. You need to buy water. You need to buy a flashlight. This and that and this. I'm not buying it, man, because I'm not a fucking coward. If a bomb goes off in New York City, I ain't leaving. If a nuke goes off in Brooklyn, I ain't leaving, bitch.
Yeah, because that's probably actually, those radio waves are probably actually in some type of way good for us.
And fuck it, I'm going down with the ship, with New York ship, because I'm gonna be. If a bomb fucking goes off and I'm in Zone 3, trust me, I'm walking into Zone 2, giving CPR to every single fucking corpse I see after the nuke goes off.
You want to be a real New Yorker so bad, like you've been waiting for that cred.
Sup, man? Just got off the fucking J train.
And can I say about these damn algorithms? Because I know we're always going on about these. I'm so tired of these damn things. I'm always one step, if not one step ahead, I'm in step with them. To where, you served me that video? Well, let me do the long division and let me do the mathematical calculations to figure out how you fucking got that content served up to me, and then let me fucking trick you and get, you know what I mean? I always am trying to fool the algorithm.
Right, and to predict what's next. That's a very good strategy for thinking patterns. Go to your TikTok and try to guess what is next.
For all those listening,
every time you get it right, eat an Oreo.
Mm-hmm. I don't want to spoil how you do it, but let me just say, revisit your multiplication tables, revisit your long division tables,
and by the way,
you will be able to figure out what they're doing.
Watch this, Eric. What does negative b plus or minus equal?
Negative b plus or minus equal. And I'll answer that with this. It depends on what you're plus or minusing it to.
I guess what I'm asking is, what's the quadratic equation?
We will have a whole Zoom recorded one where we have a whiteboard and we can go through this. I think a lot of people
you just need a whiteboard is what it is.
Yeah,
right, Eric?
A lot of people are visual learners, and if I tried to, yeah, exactly.
Watch this: 3.1.1592653.
787 divided by 83.
What? Oh, dude, you don't know what I did, do you?
I have no fucking.
This is humiliating.
Off numbers.
No, dude. Oh, these are significant numbers. You think I ever say numbers that don't mean something?
Oh, I thought that was just that seemed fun to me, so I was just kind of throwing out some numbers.
I appreciate your childlike glee.
Oh, I remember there was. I was going through my kindergarten yearbook recently. 2 days ago when I was home, and I stumbled upon a name and a face that I had forgotten about. His name was Willie, and his name was Willie Lomock, something like this. And he was so smart that they sat him at the back of the class and gave him advanced workbooks to work on, mathematical workbooks.
Wow.
What's
Willie up to today?
Well, I couldn't find any information on him, which is curious because I was in the bottom percentile of the class. And if you look up my name, there's plenty of links to my social medias and all that.
Do you know who else was in the bottom percentile of their class?
Who?
Albert Einstein.
Oh.
Stop. Is that true?
How does that make
Meg
you feel?
called him Albert Einstein?
Maybe a...
Oh, yeah, Meg called.
Yeah.
That is quite hilarious. Chug that shit right now, Eric.
Damn, the whiskey's aka the bourbon.
Oh, this is what I want to say on Doomsday
good
stuff. You know who's been popping up in my feed, and this guy pisses me off.
Who?
He's like a former CIA spy who has a podcast. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
and he has like the big fucking curly hair, and he puts.
I don't like his ass.
Who is
and his
this?
daughter's always interviewing him.
Say him.
You definitely know this fucking guy. His name is like, it's like Everyday Spy or something like that. And dude, I just can't. It's gotten to like the point where I hate watching him, and he just is popping up in my shit. But he was saying recently in a TikTok I saw, he was like, when shit goes down, you need to have low denominations of bills. U.S. dollars is gonna save you, because when the apocalypse happens or something, if you have 20s on you, nobody's going to give you change, which I was like, all right, good point, you know? But he's like, carry around like a fat wad of $5 bills, and that's going to get you through.
What if I got hella 20s, though, and I'll just overpay because I have so many 20s, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you know, not everybody has the
But that's what would be my question to this guy would be.
Look back. All I can say for post-apocalyptic advice is look back to holes. What did Louis Sakar teach us in that book?
Look back at the holes?
And you were in that play, Jack. Holes, the play. What really matters after it all goes to shit? A can of peaches, a can of sweets, something that people like. You know what I'm saying? Walk around a wheelbarrow with fucking canned peaches and see if that don't get you a little potable water. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm so tired of people not doing critical thinking.
Check out this.
That's a whole section of
ball.
That's a stress heart. That reminds me of a video I just watched that I'm not happy I saw.
What video, Jack? Why are you watching all these horrible videos?
Well, it's the same video. I don't even want to put it out there because I don't want anyone else to see it. But let's just say someone's holding a beating heart that they had just cut out of a human's chest.
Is that Indiana Jones that you watched?
No, man. That's a cartel video, and I'm not fucking happy about it.
A what video? Cartel?
Why are you watching these? Is this like for research?
I don't know why I watched that. I wish I didn't watch that. I hate that I
Golly.
watched that. That sucked. That has stuck with me, and I've thought about it every day for a couple of weeks now. But
Man,
my brain's working,
if
cooking
anyone
right
from
now.
the cartel is watching when we go to Mexico to do our Joy Tactics vlogs, we will not mess with you guys. We will be, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Literally,
we just
don't
are
mess with
ghosts
us.
in the machine. Don't worry about us. We won't
Yeah.
worry about you, right?
Yeah, and if you do,
But we will be doing a sort of investigative style podcast and really be really invasive.
yeah,
and
it's about Ciudad Juarez, and it's not a big deal, but yeah.
Here's an observation. Here's a crazy observation. In the 80s, the villains were all Russian core, Russian adjacent, you know what I'm saying? Soviet core, Cold War type villains. You could put all of the mysterious villains in a movie, make them Russian or Soviet. That makes sense.
Yeah.
9/11 hits, we make all of the villains, Middle Eastern core, Islamophobic core. That was the 2000s. Now that is not cool anymore. It's not kosher anymore. So now the villains are all cartels. Okay?
Is that true?
I feel like that's a common. That one's okay to be like, well, the cartels are bad.
Oh,
so
I see what you're saying.
Villains. So then now we're gonna get something. What's the next villain? Is it America? You know what I'm saying? Is that the ultimate villain?
Well,
oh my god,
the whites.
What movie has had a cartel enemy that's recent, like a John Wick or something?
does Tropic Thunder count? That's not recent, and that's not the cartel.
Tropical Thunder.
Tropical Thunder. We heard somebody say that in a banya.
Yeah, we did. Man,
I don't know, man, but
that's a good point. We have to be careful who we portray as our enemies in these films.
That's very true, because you go out and all I gotta say is, speaking of Tropical Thunder, let me put out a fucking warning right now to Robert Downey Jr., Ben Stiller, and the rest of the crew and cast of that whole movie. You better not step foot in Laos, man, or you are going to get your ass handed to you. Same with Borat, by the way, with Kazakhstan. You better not.
They don't like Borat in Kazakhstan.
Oh my god,
They don't fuck with him, man. They don't fuck with him.
The shit he did in Kazakhstan.
He really did kind of fuck with them.
Like nobody even knew what that was.
Yeah, they like pissed off. They hate it. They like hate it. I want that. I want that for a state. I want that for Maryland.
Yeah, that might be the move. Is just to like, I kind of respect that he used Kazakhstan, because it's like he didn't use some, he didn't use Iraq or some.
You don't think they got a tourism bump from that?
Maybe like 6 or 7.
Well, who's
like,
going there
college
because they
guys.
saw Borat? Like,
I don't know. Funny single dads with their kids. They showed them Borat too young, and just to make them happy. They see him once a month, and they said, "Let's watch Borat tonight."
Oh, should we do Joy Tactics Take the Stands? Where we fucking go, I mean, here I go. Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan,
standing the stands.
Pakistan, Afghanistan, and then
I
what?
feel like you're just showing off, man.
That's your insecurity bleeding through your mouth once again, man. What the fuck is? Why are you? Some people's hearts on their sleeves. Your ego is on your fucking mouth.
My ego is getting out of control.
It really is. I see you like sprinting after people. We'll be walking down the street, just going to the fucking bodega. Someone will be jogging, and Eric like has to prove that he's faster than them. It's like, why, man?
After I got that hamstring all fixed up, patched up.
Oh yeah.
Nobody talks about that anymore. No one's asking me, "Hey, 6 months down the road, how's that hamstring?" We all thought that was so funny when you pulled it this summer on the podcast. Well, I haven't gotten one fucking message wishing me well recently.
well, Eric,
Very
you know
odd.
why? You know why that is? Because you fucking faked that shit. And
But I've just been thinking about how pathetic that was. That was a funny occurrence. And on that type of out of shape shit tonight, especially after a glass of whiskey, I'm hearing myself breathe through my nose so much more in that Tony Soprano style of way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
are we gonna start breathing so heavy like when we're?
I already do.
Do your parents like breathe like extra heavy though? Like especially your dad's like. Because I was like listening to my dad just like eat food, and it was like. Like it's just like the breathing is just off the
Nate,
charts.
break down 3 meals. Okay, this is a great exercise. Break down 3 meals that you had with your dad this last week and what
Okay.
you guys talked about.
Okay, 3 meals that we had. One.
What did you guys
was-
eat and what did you talk about?
One was he made beef grape leaves, which were really good. Also known as dolmas. And he made a bunch of those, and just had some pita bread and some hummus that he made homemade. My dad's a really good cook, but
Some people forget that Nate is Lebanese.
yeah, so
Never
he made some
forget that.
Lebanese
I would
food
never forget that.
with some homemade hummus. And what did we talk about? We talked about
Homemade hummus. Wow. Damn, mate.
Well, let me get to that. I'll get to some more meals. Another meal was a lot of it is like things that are in the freezer. Like he makes really good meals, puts them in the freezer, and then I have to like reheat them in a microwave. And this is for the patrons, right? So I'll just this is a patrons
Yeah,
episode.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
My dad's microwave is so disgusting.
Yeah.
Like just like there was like spaghetti that exploded in there like 2 years ago, and he hasn't like cleaned it up. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Yes.
I'm going into too much, but there he has a disgusting microwave.
Can
and
I
it's
say
a
this about the microwave thing though really quick?
What?
I feel like there's something about food spilling in the microwave where I spilled a little bit of like ground beef, okay, in the microwave, and I left it there for a couple days, okay, and I went back to it and I thought that's disgusting, and then I double tracked back and I thought, well, it's been disinfected by the microwave, so it's probably okay. It's
That's
just
what
kind
I'm
of-
wondering, but I don't.
You know what I'm saying?
I
But
think
it has
that
that's not true. I mean, it's still rotten food in there.
it's
But why
gotta
isn't
be
it
like
more rotten?
so.
Maybe
I'm
it's rock.
putting a meal into a thing that's radiating microwave frequencies, okay,
Right,
and it's
microwave
reheating up
frequencies,
a thing
yeah.
that's been reheated thousands of times, and that's getting
Thousands.
into the particles of that are getting into my food, right? So there's got to be some sort of
Well, here's what a
terminal
microwave does
illness
is
that
it makes-
I acquired from this.
Well, that's good.
It makes the
What?
you know, I think we don't need to. I don't need to show my cards this much about how little I know about microwaves, but
I'll explain the whole science of it right now.
please.
A microwave works as such. It was invented in the 1800s when somebody was experimenting with waves, different radio waves, and they walked onto the field with a piece of chocolate in their pocket, and all of a sudden the chocolate was melted. Right.
No, are you serious?
I'm serious. They discovered that it did that on accident. Discovered because they had the chocolate bar in their pocket and it had
Curious.
fucking melted hella quick. So
Really?
what's happening is everybody's afraid. Oh, is it injecting microwaves into my food?
No.
No, man. A microwave, a physical wave, is essentially a piece of invisible dude, an invisible dude who's shoving you, right? It's not a real substance. It's an invisible whatever. It's a frequency of movement. And all it is it's moving around the water molecules rapidly within a structure. You'll notice if you put something in the microwave which does not have water molecules in it, it will not get hot. That's because microwaves do nothing other than that. So if you put a paper plate, there's no water in that shit. If you put in a fruit, it'll get really hot really quick. If you put in a cup of water, why does that get hot so fast? Because, dude, that's what it is doing inside of there. So, all that to say, if you're worried that a piece of beef molecule that's spoiled is going to fly off of the beef and ride the microwave into your food, shit, maybe. I actually don't know.
Damn.
And we are back. Jack, we had to cut that part. Jack went on for about 40 more minutes, and we had to
You know
kinda
what?
come
I
back.
kind of was like, I was going through that riff, and I was thinking in my head while I was saying it, like, I wonder who's gonna have the tag on this, and B, what's it gonna be? And
My
Nate,
tag on that was going to
awesome,
be
man.
that's the speech that like the silent kid makes at the end of the year. Everybody thinks he's so stupid, like he doesn't hear anything, and then he gives that speech in science class at the end of the year, and people are their jaws are on
So
the
yeah,
floor.
dude,
And he
that's
goes to
what a
Harvard.
fucking microwave is. Peace.
Wow.
And then he goes to college, 5th grade. Max Cube Bulls, big.
Okay,
Chill,
so
chill,
you
chill,
had
chill.
you had
That was
some
impressive.
dolmas, some hummus.
Homemade.
Some chicken,
Some
some
frozen-
just like marinated
Did you go?
chicken.
Did you guys go out to
some
eat
waffle
it all or
fries.
no?
We actually did. We went to the restaurant where my dad works at. It's called First Watch.
Oh, it sounds
in,
fancy.
Columbus,
Shout
Ohio. It's like a breakfast.
Is that like a
lunch.
Jehovah's Witness style?
No,
It's a witness protection restaurant.
no, it's kind of like just. I'm trying to think of what I could compare it to. It's like
What's the
a step
cuisine?
above an Applebee's. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
wow.
But like for lunch and brunch and breakfast.
Is it thick
Cool.
style, thick cut bacon?
It seemed like I only had one thing on the menu and I got like a healthier thing, and it seemed like it's kind of a little bit more health conscious. You know, they got the
Damn.
granola balls, the egg whites. You know,
Wow.
like it's trying to be a little bit better than health conscious wise.
That's where we'll all be eating in the new year. There's no question.
I'd love to. And so, Nate, your father is a wonderful cook,
Yes.
but he's not on the line. Am I correct? He's front of house.
No, he works on the line. Yeah.
He works
does
on the
Never
line?
mind.
But he just got a promotion, and he's training to be a
Assist-
manager
Oh,
of the restaurant.
there you go.
So
that
yeah,
is what we're talking about.
the
That's
Joy
upward
Tactics
mobility.
Nation is fucking
So what,
rising.
we get drunk.
So what? We become managers. Oh, do you think he's fucking taunting all the line cooks now? Like,
You guys do this still?
yeah, he's like showing them his new rollie.
Sorry, guys. I got to go watch the Spider-Verse movies again. My bad.
Yeah.
Make sure these peppers are done being all prepped.
Man,
Dude, my fucking managers at the deli in Chicago, 11 City Diner, motherfuckers. They would be so, I don't know what the word is, like open about how much they would fuck off during the day. Like they would just lock the door
That's
to their
bad
fucking office
leadership.
and watch movies. That place had the most rotten leadership. I'm sure I've spoken about the violent owners' behaviors.
rotten leadership, man. You want to
Don't
talk about
make-
things
hey,
that
hey,
piss me off? Rotten leaders.
What does it do, man? What does the fish do?
Guess what? A leader is the core of the apple. It's the thing that radiates life
God.
outwards. If that core is rotten, guess what the rest of the apple's going to be like?
Oh, I thought you were gonna monologue.
Yeah,
The
I
liquor
thought-
is beginning to hit
thought
so
I was gonna-
hard.
I was getting my-
we're going off my favorite topic, leadership.
I was getting my tag ready, man. I was gonna fuck you up with that one.
Man.
Well, but do you remember what I said,
topic,
Eric? What I told
leadership.
you? What I told the both of you in Atlantic City, and what I told everybody on this who's listening. What I said in Atlantic City about leadership. A fish stinks from the head.
Right, that's the sentence I
Oh.
never was able to understand until now.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah, it is.
Can you remind me, please, what that means? Because I forget.
A fish stinks from the head. The head in this metaphor is the leadership, and so the rest of the fish is all stinky because of the leader's bad.
Yep.
How could
makes
I
sense to
be-
me.
We all are so equally smart.
It makes bloody sense to me.
Yeah.
Okay, so we went through Nate's meals. That was awesome, Nate. You didn't tell
Congratulations.
us what you got though. You got a granola bowl.
Oh,
A grain bowl?
I got like an egg white.
I knew it.
I forgot that, Eric, you believe in the power of describing meals on a podcast.
I really fucking do.
It works.
So here's
funny.
what I got. I'll go through the whole rundown. We went to
All
the
right.
first watch, and I got this special type of coffee where they get the beans from a specific neighborhood in Colombia.
Oh my
and
God.
by getting this coffee, you're supporting this village in Colombia, or so they want you to.
Or so they
believe.
claim.
so they
I've
claim.
become so
Claim.
suspicious of companies.
Me
Bucaramanga.
too. The thing is, I've become suspicious of them as well.
What a coincidence. What?
Okay, so you
you've
had an
opened
egg
my eyes.
white and some
Egg white?
coffee. We
I
gotta
got
get
some-
you to a facility, man. We gotta get you some fucking what they call FOOD, real food.
Food.
Yeah, I just got some egg white fucking omelet and some cantaloupe. You know that you know when they just kind of like don't really put any effort or attention into the fruit bowl. Like it was just like kind
Yeah,
of
it makes me
cut up
sick.
cantaloupe from a fucking package. Like they
Yeah.
put nothing into that. Like it was just kind of like, oh, here's a little fruit bowl on the fucking side, 2 pieces of toast, some fucking jam. That just they put no sort of effort.
No
into
swag, no Riz, no
Nate,
fruit
can I
Riz.
say this, man?
that. What?
It sounds like you got the Audrey Hepburn special. You know what I'm saying?
What the fuck does that mean?
Well, she didn't weigh very much, and that probably would have been a lot of food for her.
Are you serious?
But what I'm saying to you now, Nate, you've been saying you want to bulk up, you want to get that muscle back, you want to get that swag back in your body. You look amazing, probably the best out of all of us. But can I say for this next year, when you go to a diner, when you go to your father's restaurant, if there's some type of potato bowl or there's some type of creamy fucking
Potato bowl?
frozen
fuck?
coffee delicacy, or there's some fucking French fry nacho garbage
Aioli.
pail thing, please get that for us. Would you just get that for us and listeners?
I will try over this next year to gain for every here's what it is. For every $100, I'm gonna gain 5 pounds.
$100
Okay.
to what? The Patreon?
The Patreon, yeah, per month.
Okay.
So you guys kind of can control
So
my life.
damn, okay, that's kind of hefty.
That's kind of sick.
We'll get you. We
5
should get you
pounds.
sky high, all muscle.
I'm saying no muscle.
Yeah, I'm done with muscle, man.
Yeah, me too.
Muscle makes me feel so good.
Well, I like 2 muscles: the brain and the tongue.
And the what?
The strongest muscle of all.
I said the tongue, man,
Okay.
because I use it. I won't get into it.
Do you guys have any
No.
crazy tongue skills?
My tongue
Actually,
goes
of
Make your
course.
tongue do crazy things?
You ever seen a tongue do this?
Oh.
Yo, I've never.
It's all hot dog shaped.
You guys know what Lucky
Jack,
Charms
you're
are,
telling me-
though, right?
Huh?
You know what Lucky Charms are, though, right?
Oh yeah, I do.
Huh?
Yo, can I tell
Oh,
you guys,
God.
man? You know how they're saying that aliens came down and designed some of us, and they planted their seed in some of us, and the rest of us are original humans. I think anybody who can do the clover tongue trick is not one of us. You know what I'm saying?
Excuse me, bitch.
Anunnaki.
The Anunnaki.
What are you trying to say?
You are not fully human if you can do that. You have something wicked in your blood.
Let me sing you a song.
You're a wizard, Jack.
No, I'm not, man. Because, and if I am a wizard, and if I am not human, I still bleed the same. I still feel the same. And what makes you human, if not your emotions and your truth and your damage?
Fair enough. Fair fucking enough.
Touche.
So, that's amazing food, Nate. It really is.
Yeah, so we kind of did a rundown.
Really weird text messages.
You're getting weird text messages?
From who?
Oh wow, really exciting actually. Our Chicago / LA friend Joe Scott is going to start the Fast and Furious franchise tonight with her family.
Oh, that's so exciting.
Nice.
Shout out.
Starting
Well,
with
I just
number
heard some
one?
less than savory news about Vin Diesel.
Watch your fucking mouth. What'd
Oh,
you hear?
that's
It's a
right.
lie. It's not true what you hear.
You
It's
didn't
not
see-
true.
you didn't see
no,
this,
no,
Jack?
no.
I'm not going to discuss it on the podcast.
This can't
but
be
it's
where
not
I
great
hear
news.
it. This can't be where I hear
You didn't
something
hear,
like
you
this.
didn't see this, Jack?
You know,
Of course not. I'm spending time with my family. I'm completely off the fucking grid except for the
But
20 fucking
you have
Instagram
multiple
posts.
alerts.
What?
I'll
You have
send you the
Google alerts
Medium
and-
articles.
I have a guy.
Vin Diesel news. Vin
Tell
Diesel
me now.
fan
Tell me
groups.
now, man. I care about Vin Diesel.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know
Google
the
it.
story well enough
Let me Google
to
it. I'm
communicate
Googling
it on the podcast.
Vin Diesel. Well, I looked
He
at
got
the images.
canceled. Essay.
No, he
essay
didn't.
canceled.
No, he didn't. Vin Diesel's medium. What is this? MCU. What is MCU? Marvel Cinematic Universe. Recasting breaks his streak months after Groot's last appearance.
Okay, Jack.
Oh, Vin Diesel responds to sexual battery allegations from former assistant, calling them
God.
outlandish. Is that it?
Yeah. That's what I heard.
What the fuck?
And you know what I heard? This is another thing, but Jonathan Majors got hired by DC. Did you see this?
You got no. That's an Onion article.
Oh, good.
You
God.
got
Are
tricked
you
by the
serious?
Onion.
Are you fucking serious?
Oh,
The
you
Onion
got
my ass?
tricked by the Onion. A tale as old as time, as they say.
Touche, the Onion. Touche. You hilarious motherfuckers.
Okay, Jack.
Hello?
I know you're going through it right now. You're feeling what you're feeling, but why don't you regale us with a meal that you had with your family and
At
what
a
you
time
all
like this, man.
ingested?
Yeah, let me just get right back
like
into it
this.
after reading about my hero being actually a villain for the fucking 100th time. Why, man? Why? Well, a meal. Let me just say that I've been having what I like to call. Listen, I don't make light of the prison system in any way. I don't even joke about it. But this has been what I might call not prison food, but what I would call food that made me immediately want to go back to what I had, to what I remember life to be like.
So break it down.
Okay, so we had a vegan stew of sorts, a curry.
What's the salt content in these? Is it high or is it disturbingly low?
Eric, I'm not saying this just to fuck with you. 0 salt, 0 pepper, 0.
Man.
This has been nuts. So that meal was a veggie stew of sorts with 0 seasoning. And then 2 chicken breasts, no salt, no pepper, 2 not cut up, just on a plate, 2 chicken breasts.
Yep.
That just were plopped on the table, and people didn't even chop them up and grab. 2 people took 2 whole chicken breasts. I was not one of them. So that was one meal, and then there was a little bowl of steamed broccoli that people could take from.
Wait, so if you're saying that if you only ate this food, this was the only food you were given, we would be seeing Six-Pack Jack by March?
Not Six-Pack Jack, but emaciated
4-pack?
maybe. I think my muscle would all go away. Oh, I guess the chicken breast would maybe help.
Damn.
Velveeta, of course. Pizza.
That was Christmas dinner. Wait, what's Christmas dinner?
I wake up. First Christmas morning, my mom has made 4 plates of bagel bites.
That's what you're eating when you're opening stockings.
Pre stockings.
Okay. So
people are gathered around,
lining the stomach before the mimosas.
Starting the day out 9 in the morning. Everybody gets 8 pizza bagel bites and a Diet Coke.
That's kind of fucking sick.
Bagel bites are so delicious.
They're fucking good.
Okay, bagel bites or pizza, what they call poppers.
Oh, Totino's pizza rolls?
Pizza rolls. That's what
I gotta go with the bites. What do you guys think?
Really?
What do you think, Eric?
Nate?
Rolls.
Hey, can I just Can I just say this? A lot of podcasts only do 1 episode a week. We're going above and beyond. We're doing 2 episodes a week. So we have, by the end of the year, it's 104 hours of podcast. So yeah,
that's 2 movies.
We're filling it with a little more information than maybe you need to know, but we are trying our best. I'll just say that.
We're divulging our humanity at a grasp at a career. Now, that's not true. That's not even close to true.
And we know that people dip off at the end. You know, not everybody has a full hour.
Some people do.
We done the analytics. We know exactly how many percentage of people.
The high performers don't.
At 30, huh?
I'm going to say the high performers in our society that listen to this podcast don't dip off. The top earners do not dip off. They listen to the whole thing.
So that's
because
where we're
doing
the
cardio
meal
for an hour.
plans.
Yeah, that's where we're getting the meal plans, the fucking stock market, Intel, the insider trading. That's when it all goes down.
That's right. We are here. We are at 55 minutes. So we're going to be looking at, I can't even think of one fake ass stock to say.
Casper Mattresses is about to get hit with a fucking a horrible loss.
Sell NVIDIA. If
now.
you have NVIDIA right now, the chip company is about these NVIDIA sell now. Buy. What have I been looking at? I actually followed some stock accounts.
Okay, what should we buy, Nate?
Well, people were saying that there's a chip manufacturer in the United States that everybody should buy. I forget what it's called.
Lay's, probably.
Yeah, right. That's
Frito-Lay's.
Oh,
you're talking about potato chip. Eric, please, man.
That's so
you
funny.
fucking fooled me. I thought you were just serious like that.
Hey, can I shout out one chip maker? Please, could I shout them out?
Bugles?
You can do it.
Well, I have a question about Bugles.
It can be.
When I was a kid, I could fit all them things on my fingers and be a witch.
Right.
And now,
yeah,
those things are flat as a pancake. You can't get any finger in there, not even a child's.
Where you get
so
you
what
some
happened?
water.
How curious is that?
Well, the question is, what happened to your
grew.
fingers?
Yeah, your fingers.
My fingers got all. Well, I went to the gym. I'll just say that.
Eric, you're entering your Trump mode
so they
of
got
speaking.
a little bit. Look at them white fingers.
White and blue
You know,
fingers.
I'm really so much more. I have so much more hue than this. I really do. I have a pink, perfect hue. Not perfect, not in that type of Aryan way, but a good hue for a human. You know what I'm saying?
I think this has nothing to do with the light. It has nothing to do with your camera. You are actually this white and sickly, and we are all sort of enabling you in your illnesses and what got you to this
is my
place.
last cultural contribution to the world is this episode.
Wow.
Okay, the chip maker I wanted to shout out. Let's just get this out of the way. Tim's Chips.
What the fuck is that?
Tim's Chips.
This would blow your guys' mind.
Fell out of my chair.
Ridges or no ridges?
Remember kettle chips?
Of course I do. Those
remember those?
Just all over the place in the bodegas, yeah.
Yeah, right. They're still all around. Well, they've probably been doing this for a minute, but Tim's Chips has been doing this kettle cook style of chip for a long ass time. At least since the 90s, I'll say it like that. And when I go home, I'm always getting a bag of Tim's Chips, and I'm making a sandwich for myself.
Just bread and the chips?
Just bread and chips and mustard.
Double the bread, 2 pieces of bread.
I feel like the podcast is just beginning here. That sounds fucking good. Dude, let me tell you about some spaghetti I was eating, dude. Y'all ever eat spaghetti straight out? Put the cold spaghetti in a plastic Ziploc bag, put some sprinkled cheese in there, shake it up, and then just go sit and eat it like fucking long popcorn?
No, but people shouldn't be ashamed to eat that way if they need to.
Cheers. Thank you, man. Thank you very
They
much.
need to.
No, he's right.
God.
All right, so let's say a couple more things, and then let's say what gave us joy.
Oh, could I say that we need to do... All right, so here's the places that we're confirmed going. Longyear Bien is happening. I've been looking up. You guys are so... Listen.
I'm in. I'm locked in.
We're going to this place, and I've been doing a lot of research. I've found some places we can stay, excursions we could do. I've been reaching out to some vloggers that may be able to come on the podcast, tell us about their experiences living there. But we also need to go to a distillery, go behind the scenes, get medical level drunk, and do a podcast. Where
you want to start doing research files?
Wait, do
I
you
want to start doing...
field
Well,
reports?
the podcast list came out today, okay?
Don't
And
bring
our
that
good
shit
friend
up,
Rachel
man.
Colley and Robbie Hoffman, they got written up for their amazing podcast, Too Far, with Robbie and Rachel. And in the review, it said, we're not reviewing Chit Chat podcasts with comedians because there's a million of them, but Too Far broke the mold. And I'll agree with them there. Too Far is amazing. They blow it out the park. We love them.
Yeah.
But it made me think, like, well, if is it, what was the Atlantic? Is that the one that reviewed all the podcasts?
Yeah. Shout
The
out
Atlantic
man.
is only watching the kind of like high effort podcasts. We need to step it up a notch and get a thing that we do. You know what I'm saying?
So you're saying we need to do, because we've already figured out new cutting edge technology to where we
Right.
can take these microphones and a podcast recording device onto the field. That's how
right.
Eric broke his fucking leg. So we need to do that same thing, but we need to go
Yeah.
interview a brewery, a distillery,
Yeah.
and have questions ready on deck, Jordan fucking Klepper style, man, and get to the bottom of this shit. And by the way,
Yeah.
we do have a lot of questions, and we are smart because we can't just be dumb. Because what's funny about having a brain that most of society considers dumb, right? Nate's yawning. Gonna ask you not to do that ever again.
sorry, sir.
Not while I'm talking. Okay, you could do it in your free time. I can't remember what I was gonna say, but it was something about how if somebody's dumb, you can't be fooled into thinking that that's because their brain is empty. You need to just look around in a different corner of their brain and realize that they have weaponry that you'd never fucking imagine, bitch, ever controlling. And I don't say the B word lightly.
We should have a podcast episode where we tie up Jordan Klepper in a way that he agrees to. He's okay with it.
Tie
We
him up.
and then we have a bunch of Trump supporters come and try to trick him.
And pee on
Trick
him
him
with,
and
like,
make him
magic
look like an
cards?
idiot.
That's a
We
good
should get a
ass-
bunch of
On
people to
camera,
piss on
see what
it.
happens.
Oh, we should get Jordan Klepper to maybe get a mohawk and go.
That would break
something
the
cool.
internet, dude.
Jordan Klepper just got an epic badassery mohawk. Yo, yeah. All right, let's say what gave all three of
Okay,
our
let's bloody do
enjoyable asses joy. Nate?
Well, I'll start off, folks. What gave me joy was being around my niece and nephew. The joy of
Snap.
seeing a child that is unburdened by the hells of this planet and this universe. They only see the joy. I was just spinning around my niece on a chair, and she was just laughing, giggling and giggling and giggling.
You were spinning
just
around
from
her,
me.
like running around her, trying to scare her.
No, I was just spinning
Oh,
her,
you're
in
spinning
this,
her in the
in
chair.
a spinny chair, like a computer chair. And I was like, "You want to spin around?" And
Classic.
she was like, "Yeah." And I just spun her around. She was getting all dizzy, and it was just so delightful. So shout out to the kids out
Shout
there.
out to the youth. They're about
And
to
if
do
you're-
some shit we could never
Shout out.
have
And
imagined.
I know there's some
You know what I'm
children
saying?
listening right now, and just to let you know, it's not always going to be like this.
When were they born? 2015 or something? 2016?
My niece
Whoa.
and nephew,
Yeah.
like 2020.
Damn.
And let's see here, 2019 and 2021, I think.
So let's put it like this. They'll be in their 60s, maybe, in the 2080s. Damn. And you'll be fucking all fucking dust. Nate,
Good God.
Yeah.
Or-
you'll be back
No,
with
I'll
the
be.
worms.
you'll be the Futurama style head.
Yeah.
Who
Chilling.
knows? Maybe they'll be able to flip it and reverse it biologically by then.
They definitely
will be able to. Give it up.
Damn,
for the
Shorty,
youth.
that was amazing. That was inspiring.
Oh, can I say this? This is so off topic, but I just wanted to mention this. I got a massage at this Asian spot on Christmas Day
Okay.
while waiting for Asian food next door.
Okay.
We were waiting for it, went to and there was a sign there that made me laugh.
What it
This
is?
is a 2-part joy, and it said, just professional massages, no special services, like a big sign. And I just thought, like, you know how, like, there was a person who put a bomb in their shoe, and now we got to take off our,
Yeah.
I feel like somebody
yeah.
caused that sign. Somebody kept
certainly.
on going in there and asking for the
Special
The one
handy.
to buckle my shoe.
1, 2.
Did you take a picture of that sign?
I should have.
Okay,
It's all right.
Jack. What gave your ass joy?
What gave me ass joy, matey? I tell you. I put my thumb in a glass of warm milk.
Okay.
I mean, room temperature. It was 2:30 in the morning. Nate, I fucking told you, dude. I told you.
It's late,
It was-
dude.
it's
It's
been
fucking
2
the Midnight
minutes.
Files,
All right,
man.
all
Nothing
you're
good
right,
happens
right.
after 2
You're right.
a.m. I'll just say that.
It's 2 a.m. Let me make the light a little scarier. It's 2 a.m. I'm walking around the apartment where my parents live. And what can I say? The light's too distracting. What can I say? The trash can is so full that it doesn't close. It's wide open. It's full of Lunchables and trash and food and leftovers, and it's overflowing. There's trash all around it on the floor, and there's trash in the sink, and there's trash on the floors of the living room. Basically, what I'm describing is a mess. What I'm describing is almost like a frat house, but with only one bottle of beer and everything else. Everybody's sober, and so but there's just as they have just as much fun. And so at 2 a.m, I went and it just came over me to clean everything, and finishing up cleaning, and just looking over that thing, being all fucking tired as hell, Christmas Eve, looking over the clean table top, it made me feel joy. And when I was picking everything up, the moment that I had really liked, I reached into a cup to pick it up, and I didn't realize there was milk in it. And I got a little thumb all wrapping around my entire milk. I got the milk all wrapping around my entire thumb.
Yep.
And I
can
just thought
picture
to
it, dude.
myself in that moment, this is fucking funny. This is giving me joy.
Okay. So, but cleaning does give immense joy.
Clean everything, man. Clean
Did
your
you
hair. get a
stare at the
haircut.
Christmas tree for a second at 3 a.m.?
I went out onto the balcony and I looked at the traffic lights.
Wow. So I think a short film's on the way after that moment of inspiration. And
Mark my words.
game-changing. You
Mark
had
my
the
words.
seed of a film.
I will be making my first ever short film in 2024. Mark my fucking words. I swear,
it's just
man.
gonna fucking rock our worlds. I know it.
I
Nate,
swear.
sleepy much?
Nate,
I legit am so sleepy right
You know,
now.
it's the
I woke
midnight
up at
fight.
that.
This is the one where it's allowed and almost encouraged to yawn.
even though I yelled at you twice,
yeah, I would never
even though,
yell.
but
No,
yeah,
that wasn't.
can't
That's
yell.
tough love. You know what I'm saying?
I just
Okay,
wanna get
my
you
joy
stoked.
that's gonna fucking put the cherry on the top of this Sunday. Well, I'd never seen Barry Lyndon before. I watched it last night.
Movie.
Barry Lyndon, the movie, Stanley Kubrick. And have you seen it, Nate? Of course you've seen it.
Of course.
Oh, they just don't make them like that anymore. Where it's like,
No, they don't.
I think what it is we stopped producing some real people. You know what I'm saying? Not all over
Yeah.
the world, but the people that are making movies maybe have stopped making real people.
Yeah.
These people, the acting was just so popping. Ryan O'Neal, rest in peace. He crushed it as the lead. It was beautifully shot. I just had a wonderful time watching it. So thank you to Stanley for doing that.
And thank you to the cast and crew, of course.
And thank you to the cast and crew for bodying it once again. And guys, if you're listening to this right before bed, we wish you good night. It's time to go to sleep. We know you have a long life ahead of you and a good night of sleep, so thank you for rocking with us. If you're just starting your day, we hope it goes okay. We know it probably won't. There's flaws in every single day, hiccups and bumps and moguls in the road, but we know you're going to try to get through them as best as you can, and we're there with you. So thank you for listening, everybody. This has been the Midnight Files.
Well, Jack, you had something to say.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it's okay. I mean, that was a really smooth landing, so I was going to let him just stick to dismount, and maybe we could cut out that I said
What do you have to say?
No, I was just going to, it wouldn't even make sense. I was going to say, if you have any challenges for us for the last episode.
Oh, yeah, we want one challenge.
We invite
for
you
that last
to,
episode.
what could we do? Could we be introspective about the time we've shared? Could we be setting intentions for the next year? These are things that we think we'd love for you all to think about for us, because we're not as smart.
Keep in mind there's going to be a 180 vibe shift the minute 2024 comes around for this podcast. It's going to be disturbing. It's going to be very highly energetic. It's going to be amazing.
It's going to be,
keep your
loud.
eyes peeled for that.
And political as well.
It's going to be
and
very
shout out to
liberal.
I don't want to get into this territory, especially as the podcast is over. We shout out Azerbaijan a lot.
Right. This is you're saying next year's going to be a takedown of the Azerbaijani government.
It might be 2024 is the year of Armenia, but I don't know.
Well, we're taking down one government one way or another in the new year. Okay, everybody. Have a good rest of the year. Peace and love. Goodbye.
And ignore that cut. Ignore it. Good
night. Well, that concludes another incredible fucking episode of Joy Tactics. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts for being a patron. We don't care about anyone but you all. Until next time. Cheers.